Hello, Martha.
Having a crazy.
Hey, Bridget. Hey, we never heard again from that guy again, did we? Or?
Nope.
Okay. Figured that.
Good work.
It did work.
Scared him off.
Yeah.
We get started?
I'm in.
Welcome everyone to the June 23rd, 2025 Town Board meeting. Would you please stand and join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's just for their
Thank you all for coming.
and slide in and out. Stand right next to it. Launch yourself.
We have no public hearing tonight, so for the consent agenda, can I have a motion to approve the minutes for the Town Board meeting of June 9th, 2025, and the abstract of claims for June 23rd, 2025?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? Nope. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'll send it to you if you want to take a look. at it.
Next is audience one. Good.
Yeah, we're good.
Next is audience one, an opportunity for anyone to come and address the board on anything on this agenda. Seeing no one, we'll move on to unfinished business. We have a request from Martha. Can I have a motion to approve payment to Azar for the following bridge work done from April 26th to May 30th, 2025? The bridge work on Brookley Drive in the amount of $8,133.66. The work on Shearer Avenue for $34,311.82. And the work on Cornwall for $13,658.85. Funds will come from line H7
So moved.
512.210. Motion by Ray. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jim. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And a request from Liz. Can I have a motion to send a special use application for a B&B at 1756 Hubbard Road to the planning board for review and recommendation? I'm sorry? Oh, it's sending a public, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, okay. Okay. Can I have a motion to approve setting this public hearing to be held at the town board, held by the town board in the town of Aurora on the 14th day of July, 2025 at 6:30 PM in the Aurora Municipal Center at 575 Oakwood Avenue, at which time hearing parties and interested citizens shall have an opportunity to be heard on a special use permit application from Leah Foss for a bed and breakfast at 1756 Hubbard Road, East Aurora, New York.
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jim. Comments or discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, under new business. Can I have a motion to accept the resignation of James Granville, councilman for the town of Aurora, effective July 4th, 2025?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion?
I hope he's able to find another job. In this market, it's tough.
It is tough.
It's not the
Absolutely.
same Jim Granville that's, okay.
You mean the rumors?
Yeah.
That's a different Jim. We'll go with that, Jim. Any other comments?
Later, but not right now.
And not on the record.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll abstain.
Yes.
Abstain.
Motion carried. And a request from me. Can I have a motion to appoint James Granville to fill the vacant town justice seat effective July 5th, 2025 through December 31st of 2025, paid at a rate of $1,520.84 biweekly.
So moved.
Motion by Ray, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe, comments or discussion?
I'm glad things turned around for you, Jim.
Thank you.
After that extensive job search.
Well, I want to thank you for stepping up to this position.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
Well,
appreciate
thank you.
that.
It's an honor. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity.
You do an awesome job, bud.
Yep, give him heck.
Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'll abstain, but thank you.
Yes.
Hey, thanks.
Next is a request from Kathleen. Because a portion of the funding for the EV pickup truck was received in 2024, can I have a motion to amend the budget as follows? Increase appropriation line A7110.210, parks equipment, by $10,787.80, and decrease line A599, fund balance, by $10,787.80.
So moved.
Motion by Jim.
Just to clarify, we probably should have clarified, you didn't resign as of that moment.
No, you
You're
didn't.
right, you're still on the board. 'Cause-
As of July.
Yeah, exactly.
Would I still be here?
Effective July 4th.
Yeah,
This is July
did we
4th.
say that part? Okay, good,
Yeah.
good, good. All right, good. Second.
I can still mess things up.
You can
Yes.
still march in the parade.
Second by
I'll
Joe.
march in the parade, yeah.
Exactly.
Comments or discussion?
I like that one better.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a request from Dave. Can I have a motion to approve the purchase of a 2025 Bandit Intimidator brush chipper in the amount of $54,172.40, payment coming from line DB 3130.217.
So moved.
Motion by Ray, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe, comments or discussion? Covered this in the work session, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keeping us current.
Next is a request from Justice Markello. Can I have a motion to approve Elizabeth Wilbur and Maureen Kenny to attend the New York State Association Magistrate Court Clerk Conference from September 28th through October 1st of 2025?
So moved.
Motion by Jim, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe, comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have a Justice Court audit. Can I have a motion to adopt the following resolution? Whereas Section 2019A of the Uniform Justice Court Act requires every justice of a village or town to submit his records and docket to the auditing board of said village or town, and whereas Section 2019A of the Uniform Justice Court Act requires that justice court records be examined and audited by said auditing board or a certified public accountant. Now therefore be it resolved that the audit and examination of the records for the Town of Aurora Justices of the year ending December 31st, 2024 was performed by the auditing firm of Brescher and Malecki. Be it further resolved that the findings of said audit and examination were presented to the Town Board of the Town of Aurora.
So moved.
Motion by Ray, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe, comments or discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a minor change in the plan regarding the local law for the apartment changes. Can I have a motion to table the request to prepare a local law for the in-law apartment?
So moved.
Motion by Ray, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe, comments or discussion?
I think it's a good idea. We can hash it out in the work session a little bit. I think it's fine probably, but this way we can all talk about it some.
Yeah.
Have a more lengthy discussion
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
this forum allows.
So this way, yeah, allow us to have more time to review it, including language. We also have some language that's being presented via the comprehensive plan that may, dovetail into this that we can use. So let's have that discussion at the next work session. make sure that we're all in agreement.
Can I have a motion to table that?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a
I'll second.
Second by Jim. Comments or discussion? All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed?
Table everything.
Motion carried. Gotta review that once. Next is a request from Chris. Motion to approve changing Karen Lazikis from clerk typist part-time to clerk typist part-time seasonal for 20 weeks, beginning June 23rd, and changing her back to clerk typist part-time on November 10th.
So moved.
Motion by Jim. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. Comments or discussion?
It's all right, you said it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request from Chris. Can I have a motion to hire Owen Petrantone as a seasonal lifeguard at a pay rate of $16.75 per hour?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a budget amendment from Chris. Can I have a motion to approve amending the requested budget lines as detailed below from Chris Busega?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a request from Chris. Can I have a motion to approve to allow rural outreach to use the pool once per week during open hours from July 7th to August 15th at a rate of $40 per day?
So moved.
Motion by Jim. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. Comments or discussion?
It's great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, the request from Rich. Can I have a motion to approve sending the site plan application for 12 Old Glenwood Road to the planning board for review and recommendation?
So moved.
Motion by Ray. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. Comments or discussion?
Now, I'm a wee bit confused on this one. This was a complicated matter, as I recall, and we weren't sure if we had to resolve some things before we went to planning, but now we're thinking we got a handle on it?
We do think we have a handle on it, and it's going to the planning board with those statements and documents, and there was a little bit of confusion. That concrete stairs that was out there just kind of standing all by itself is simply steps that was poured in concrete into the dirt bank there, so that allowed people, rather than trying to
Okay.
slide down that bank, to allow them to go down those steps. I know I kept saying that there has to be a deck to these steps, but there isn't. It's just steps out in there. Now, there is some infringement on the right-of-way. Actually, it's outside the lines that the property, that the building is on Old Glenwood Road, but that has been there for whenever they built the building, and so that's to be taken into consideration. They're putting a roof over the set of stairs and that porch. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but they're putting a roof over the top of a porch there.
No, the roof is already there. They're putting an exit stair above it.
They're putting a stairs above it? Above the roof?
Yes.
So where do they go, to the roof?
No, they go down to grade.
Okay. But do they land on their property?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the stairs, does that infringe on any of the borders,
No,
property lines?
no, not that I'm aware of.
So we're not touching anything that's involved in this possibly being over into the right-of-way?
That is my understanding.
Okay. Thank you, as always.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Any other comments?
As long as it's kosher.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And another request from Liz. Can I have a motion to refer a site plan application for the property at 400 Quaker to the planning board for review and recommendation?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Under communication, I have the May 2025 Recreation Report, the New York State Ag and Markets Dog Control 2025 Report, and the New York State Ag and Markets Shelter 2025 Report. Business from board members. We'll start with Joe.
I hope to have arms around the deer project by the next board meeting. I have all the addresses of property owners. I have talking to Martin Printing. They can take care of all our needs for getting notification out, and it's an application to fill out, and that's it. So it's pretty much wrapped up, I think. Oh, it's going to go under travel expense. So, and that's all I have to report. Oh, and I want to thank Dave. I saw you mounted those Narcan boxes. Thank you very much for doing that.
You're welcome.
And that's all I have.
Okay, Jim?
This will be my last town board meeting, so I want to say thank you for the 3.5 years. I appreciate really the quality board that we've had here. It's so much hard work and so much has been accomplished. I think the biggest accomplishment was having Dave sit here because it was really tough to have a meeting and look out at the audience had him. You know, so having.
No, you don't have to look at
it.
I love you, Dave. You
They'll
know.
probably kick me out now.
So, but seriously, I think we really do have the best highway superintendent in the county. I think we have really a top-notch board that looks proactively, and I really do appreciate that, and tries to get things done instead of waiting for a problem and then trying to figure it out. But when there is a problem, try and figure it out too. So thank you for that. Thank you for the nomination to fill the term, Tony's term to the end of the year. As I discussed, I am going to run, and if I have an opponent, then I'll have an opponent. But right now, I appreciate the opportunity to kind of see what I can do and do the best I can. And I think for me, I think it's a great fit, so I do appreciate that opportunity. That's it.
Thank you, Jim. Ray?
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, a couple of things. I'm kind of glad that Luke isn't here because he'd be really disappointed in the fact that we did not put up the trail markers last week. We didn't have enough bodies to do that. It's getting tough to put everybody together to
Still
be
got 2
able to
weeks.
do it. So hopefully we'll be, yeah, now it's real hot. So hopefully we'll be able to do that over the next couple of weeks. Before the summer is over with, we intend on having those trail markers up. 2 weeks ago, we had the Board of Managers for Sewer District Number 8 meeting. We approved the budget, and it's going to translate into about a $22 per household, single-family household increase in the levy. So they're going to do some work at the station here in East Aurora, electrical, I forget what the other one is, but that'll be done throughout the summer. And we're still going to have a tour of the facility. So if anyone wants to join in on that and tour the sewer facility, let me know.
You know I'm in.
All right.
I was there for 4 years, so.
Were you really?
Yeah, I worked at that plant. Yeah, I was the one that pointed out the electrical malfeasance over there that they're correcting now, so. It was a bad situation.
Malfeasance.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I had known that. Then, as far as the comprehensive plan is concerned, Chuck and I are going to meet with Rachel Kroskowski from the Western New York Land Conservancy. One of the key points of the comprehensive plan is ensuring that, we preserve farmland in the town. Okay? So what the Land Conservancy does do is they will pay, farmers for their development rights, which allows them to continue to live on the property and farm and do those types of things. And Chuck and I are both interested in exactly what that translates to. I mean, how much, who pays for it, all that kind of stuff. But that will help farmers instead of selling their property to developers, to keep that active in the agricultural role. So that's something we're really interested in finding out and, preventing sprawl in the town. Excuse me. And then one other thing that was pointed out is the fact that the town of Aurora does not participate in the community rating system. That's a voluntary program through FEMA. And if FEMA continues, perhaps, we might be able to participate in that program. Sue Russell, who's on the Comp Plan Steering Committee, she's also a member of ACES and the Climate Smart Community Task Force. She has a cousin that works in this area. She's going to set up a meeting so that we can talk and find out what the details are and see whether or not that's something that we might want to pursue. So, and the benefit to that is the fact that people that are in that floodplain get reduced rates on their flood insurance. So there is a definite benefit to our citizens if, we participate, if we're eligible. There's like 1,500 communities throughout the nation that do that. So, it's definitely worth checking into and seeing if that's something that, we want to participate in here. And that's it.
Thank you, Ray.
Sure.
Just a couple of things to mention. Last Friday, we received the bids for the folding partition at the senior center. Craftworks was the only bidder, and they did come in within the amount that we had hoped for, the grant amount. So as soon as we get the documentation from the county, we'll be moving forward with that. That's a good thing, because as I understand it, that partition is treated with tender love and care as it is right now. And also, last Wednesday, I had the honor of attending an event to honor Scott and Kathy Beeler at the Waldorf School. The foundation there donated the funds to re-blacktop the whole parking lot and blacktop an area that's kind of a play area for the kids over at the Waldorf School, and it was a very nice event. That was all I had.
All right.
Next is audience two, an opportunity to address the board on any subject. If anyone would like to do that, please step up to the mic.
Audience.
Seeing no one, staff reports, and we'll start with Dave.
But it's a powerful. Did you say me?
Yeah, like I reported at the work session, we weren't aware that the circle on the 400 down at the end of the 400 is the town of Aurora's. So we got in there last Friday, and then tomorrow we'll have a full crew there cleaning it up. So it's getting cleaned up, and it should be pretty good pretty soon. Just so you know, we're moving on that. The other thing is the bridge projects are scheduled to start July 14th. Everything's going good. We're having a little problem with the transmission line on Church Street with NYSEG. I believe I got it resolved. I'm not going to say there could be one final problem there, but it should get resolved. Fillmore, though, is completely ready to go, so that's the one that's been sitting the longest. So that'll be a busy summer once that gets going. And the final thing is the Climate Smart Committee approached me about using the brand new Ford Lightning and the brand new Gravely electric mower as a float in the parade. So we're gonna dress it up and tow the trailer, and Parks Worker will be driving, and Jason will be on his lawnmower, and they're gonna have a mascot named Climby. I'm not sure what that is.
It's the planet Earth.
And of course, it's climate smart, so they're going to be handing out Smarties. So in case you see the truck there, I did give them permission. I think it's a great thing. We couldn't have got that without the Climate Smart Committee, so it's great to recognize them for that. So just to give you the heads up that that'll be in the parade. All right?
Awesome.
And that's it. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dave. Chief?
The police department, this week actually, are conducting our semi-annual firearms training. We do that out at the East Aurora Fishing Game Club on Luther Road. And after that, we will finally be conducting department-wide taser training. It's taken about 6 months for that equipment to come in. It was on back order. It must be a popular time to get that type of equipment, but the supplies are in. The officers can now be trained, and they will have tasers. I just want to remind everybody that tasers are less lethal and that they're, we look forward to not using them on people, but being able to use something that's less lethal than a firearm if necessary going down the road. So I know people are happy to have that ability to be able to use those in lieu of a firearm going forward. And the 3rd of July planning has been taking place. I think all department heads are on the same page. The police department's going to do our annual thing where we escort the parade and then man the park for the fireworks. And then lastly, I haven't been before you since the Village Music Fest, but just want to report back that an Erie County ambulance was here that day to provide service for any resident outside of that corridor of Music Fest. Heart of Music is, I guess, the legal name of it now, but they were brought into town and did do a standby for residents, including town residents outside of the village that are inside the East Aurora Fire Department district. So everybody was well covered that day. I'm sure you've heard or seen I had extra help that day for the first time in the state police and the Orchard Park emergency response team. I think the event went very well. We didn't have many issues this year. They did sell less tickets, but I think the additional help was definitely a deterrent. Hopefully, going forward, we can use those resources again. And that's pretty much all I have.
Excellent.
Great. Thank you, Chief. Liz?
Nothing tonight.
Nothing tonight. Doug?
I was out of town for this month's planning board meeting, but I'm back. Haven't planned to be out of town. No,
Okay.
nothing else.
Nothing else? Yeah, okay. Paul?
Nothing.
Brad?
Just one thing, one question with the color of these markers.
It hasn't been determined yet.
That is an excellent question.
The rainbow color.
They're camouflage.
They're already up.
They're yellow.
Yellow. Are they fluorescent?
They have quite a shine to them.
Night walk, I'd be able to follow the post.
Well, if you shine a flashlight on them, they do stand out.
By the light of the silvery moon.
You're welcome. You can report back to Luca.
I feel like I'm sitting in my parents' house watching the Muppet Show.
Legends up there.
The two guys. Yeah.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I defer. No, I defer.
So moved.
By Jim, can I have a second?
Second. So at least
By
still.
Joe? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thanks for having
Jimmy.
me. Appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you, guys.
Towards the end of the week, I have time. That's
Any day.
amenable
Like I
to
said.
you.
No, any day is good.
Okay.
You let me know.
All right, I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think it was the longest discussion we had tonight.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think that was about
I
the
thought I was going to ask wise ass
longest
questions.
discussion.
I'm worried about you.
You are?
Is there anything you want from this?
No,
I like the camouflage.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of stuff going on.
Oh, I thought you were getting fined for senior in high school this year.
I wasn't sure, are they going to be oak or maple? Camouflage.
The blue tongue, yeah, the story checks out.
Oh,
That was the one, I took my son.
Chuck's on a real roll.
Or whatever it is, help out.
oh, look at this.
And they had a Slurpee machine.
Shop at the same
Waiting
place.
room. And I asked, doesn't that burn stuff
bunch of
up?
these
Yeah,
at
we're
work.
supposed to get them on the way out.
this is
And all
my
the kids get them. So they're
This
doing
is
their
my
stuff.
favorite.
Things coming out blue.
This is blue. I think it's just as good as that. But,
Handle this.
Is what?
Is it a roller ball?
Yeah.
oh, check it out.
Yeah,
I'll let you take it for a spin.
Really? Really?
So,
Yeah.
but Paul said
Yeah,
that
I
they
posted
get on there.
Not as dark.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So if it was encroachment on your property,